Ain't this a great picture? Isn't this great? Impending race war. Here's the purple, here's the yellow, here's the fire. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be, but it definitely looks like an owl, don't it? There's an eye, there's a beak. You can definitely see that. Fucked up. Just fucked up. Just completely ridiculous. Oy, oy, oy. It's interesting because here's a tree in the middle. You got fire on both sides. This tree's all burnt up. But yet you got this one in the background. It's always the same theme. You know, all this chaos and shit. And then in the back is this here tree of life. You know, because basically what is that? That's showing you that it's hell, but not, farther down the road there is heaven. Right? Because that's what these colors are representing. You know, whether it's atomic or whatever. That's what it is. It's heat. It's destruction. It's all of that stuff. So, I mean, here again, I didn't make this picture. But whoever sat down and drew it or fucking took it knew exactly what the fuck they was doing. Because I know enough of the story to know that whoever the artist is, the graphic artist, he knew what he was doing. I mean, you can see the X right here in the fire. It's right there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit in this stuff. If you really want to take the time to look, you can find all kinds of stuff in there. But the bottom line is, I don't know who or what it is, you know, what entities, computers, whatever the fuck it is. I know it's definitely computerized at one level, the level before it, just before it gets to us. That's why it's on the computer system. But it's coming from somewhere else. And it ain't fucking human. No fucking way. Don't know what it is, but it ain't human. But it's using the computer as a medium. You know, Edison and Alexander Graham Bell, all of those guys, if you read, I'll see if I can find it. I have to go back to my other computer. They all said the same thing. Every invention they came up with communicative or electronic capabilities, telegraph, telephone, radio, was all designed to connect to the other side. That's what they were designed for. They wound up taking on the use for the military and then the public. But they were designed to connect to the other world. The spirit world or the real one. Who knows which one of us is really the spirit world. But that's what they designed it for. So this thing, a computer, you know, this demon box, because let's call it what it is, it's a direct link to whatever dimension this shit is fucking wrapping up in. I mean, it is what it is. Don't fucking sugarcoat it. It's what it is. And maybe that's what it is. Right? Maybe that's what it is. Remember the dead Mao? Remember that group? They got the mouse head, and then they got that computerized cube thing saying sometimes things get complicated. Remember those videos I did? And the mouse, if you look at the mouse, he's got an X over each eye, which is your seal. And then you got the head, which is one gear, and then the two ears above it, which are the other two smaller gears, which represent what? Hell. But yet it's a computer that's saying sometimes things get complicated. Okay, I guess so. If you followed my videos long enough, or not followed, I hate that word because it makes it sound like I'm some kind of fucking guru. If you watch the stuff that I put out, you'll be able to link all of that stuff together. So, you know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a very old form of that has now been upgraded or has linked into what you call the common day computer system. Because we all know that the etherical plane is where all the real shit is happening spiritually. Yet you have to have an Ethernet connector to have your computer hook into that world. That's interesting. So I would say that this is coming from the etherical plane. It's becoming digitized and turned binary, and then it's coming up on your screen. That's why it's thought form. I'm pretty sure it's thought form, but the reason that it seems silly is because it doesn't communicate normally in the fashion like we do, where we move our mouths just flap and noises come out. This thing speaks in pictures, like thought form. It speaks in thought form. You do it too, you just don't realize it. When somebody says a dog, you get an image in your brain of a dog. If they say German Shepherd, it clarifies it more, and you get a picture of a German Shepherd. If they say it was a big German Shepherd, now your mind readjusts that and makes it a bigger dog. And the same thing, you don't know your name. You know a tone. You know a tone that you have assigned to yourself. And everybody else uses that tone to get your attention. That's why you can pick out, you can hear somebody calling you in a crowd of 1,000 people. It's the tone, it's not the name. So whatever this thing is that's speaking is telling you that this is not a good thing. Whether this shit is really happening or not, and I would say it's showing you in picture form, but it's not human. It ain't human. It's bleeding down into a computerized form, and that's how we're getting it here. But it's coming from the etherical plane. That's why it has somewhat of human properties to it, but it just ain't making the grade. Again, you're not human. Stop trying. Just put the pictures up. We'll figure it out from there. I mean, the pictures are, should give you a pretty good idea that this is not a good thing that's going on here. I mean, for real. I mean, if you're that stupid and you've watched enough videos and you see this, I mean, this should be telling you something, right? Here we got, what's this here? Yeah? Look familiar? I got a feeling that whatever this thing is has been trying to talk to people for a long, long, long time, and nobody's listening. Nobody's listening because they've already got a preconceived idea of who's trying to talk to them. Or that they're talking to it and it's listening. But I don't think that's happening. That's what the problem is here. The bullshit of the church is not telling you the truth about any of this stuff. Yeah, they tell you got to go to church and make atonement, but they don't tell you that atonement is a sound. It's atone. Atonement. It means atone. It doesn't mean say you're sorry. It doesn't mean anything because those words don't mean anything to whatever this is. It's atonement. It means atone. No, people go in and go, oh, that doesn't mean anything. You know what? Next time you see a housefly, stand there and go, oh, and it's going to sit there and rub its little hands together, and clean itself like they do. Go ahead. Give it a try. Get back to me on that.